Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. So now you are watching the first video for chapter 2 quadratic function. So in this video we will only learn 2.1 quadratic equation and inequality. Okay, so this is our subtopic for today, 2.1 quadratic equation and inequalities. So by the end of this video you should be able to solve quadratic equation using the methods of completing the square and formula. Then you'll be able to form quadratic equation from the given roots, and lastly you'll be able to solve quadratic inequalities. Okay, quadratic equation. So this is the general form for quadratic equation: ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b and c are constant and a cannot be 0. So if a is 0 here, so 0 x squared means 0. So the highest power for this this equation is no longer power of 2. That's why it cannot be 0. So let's say I give example 3x squared plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. So you need to differentiate which one are a, b and c. So in front of x squared is a, in front of x is b, and this is c. Okay, if I give negative, let's say negative 2x squared minus 4x minus 3 is equal to 0. So this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C. In negative 2A, negative 4 is B, and C is negative 3. Okay, this is very important. Okay, how do you solve a quadratic? Wait a minute. Okay, how do you solve a quadratic equation? What does it mean by solving the quadratic equation? Let's see the activity here. Okay, inquiry 1. Okay, since you are not able to do this in pairs, so I will just show the solution for this activity. Okay, we need to explore the solving quadratic equation by using dynamic geometry software. So you don't have to download the geometry software. I just click this link and I will show you the result. Okay, and then if I click this link, and then I need to point button mark A and B. So point A and B on the intersection of graph y is equal to 3x squared plus 11x minus 4 and the x-axis. Okay, you need to find the intersection of these two, and then you need to record the coordinate of point A and B, and then observe the x coordinate. Okay, what is the conclusion? Okay, so this is the result if I click the link. So instruction: click on the point button mark A and B on the point of intersection between the graph y is equal to 3x squared plus 11x minus 4 with the x-axis. So this is x-axis. Okay, so this is the graph of y is equal to 3x squared plus 11x minus 4. So I already clicked the button. So I click for point A. So this is for point A and this is for point B. So this is for point A. It is written as 0.330. So this is the coordinate. And B, it is written as negative 40. Okay. This is for A and this is for B. The intersection between the graph and the x-axis. Okay, from the result of inquiry 1, the value for x for both the intersection point, so we only observe the value of x. Y is equal to 0. So here, this is the value of x, 0.33, and this is negative 4. Okay, so we get negative 4 here, and 0.33 is x is equal to 1 over 3. 1 over 3 is equal to 0.33. Are the solution or roots of the equation y is equal to 3x squared plus 11x minus 4 when y is equal to 0. So this is the solution. We are going to learn about the solution and the roots. Okay, after this, so we observe the value of x. Okay, the intersection between the graph and the solve quadratic equation. Okay, from the activity inquiry 1 just now, it can be concluded that the solution or roots of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0 are the x coordinate of the intersection point between the graph of the quadratic equation y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c and the x-axis. So if you want to find the root, so you just find the intersection and observe the value of the x coordinate. So three methods to solve a quadratic equation. Okay, the formula method already written here is okay. So the first one is actually factorization method. You have learned this during lower form. Okay, you can use calculator to do factorization method, but you need to remember that you have to write the bracket. Okay, that's indicate how you do the factorization method. Okay, let's flashback here. Okay, factorization method. Let's see, given x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, if you press the calculator, I already teach you during Kicks slide for calculator lesson. You can check later. Okay, how to find the value, how to factorize this quadratic equation using calculator. Okay, you will get the answer is x is equal to -2 and x is equal to -3 when you put the value of a. Okay, so the value of a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 6. You press this in the calculator and you will get the answer for x is equal to -2 and x is equal to -3. However, if you do this, this is not the factorization method. So here is how you should do to get the mark for factorization method. So you need to do bracket, okay, equal to 0. Okay, how to put this value into the bracket? So you just move to the left hand side. So -2 move become x plus 2. So -3 you move become x plus 3 equal to 0. So this is factorization method. This is the easiest. So now in AddMath you are going to learn another two method, which is completing the square method and formula method. Okay, completing the square method. So this is the first example. Solve the following equation by using completing the square method. So the first equation, x squared plus 4x minus 7 is equal to 0. How to do the completing the square method? So this is the solution. Okay, the first step, you need to move the constant term to the right hand side of the equation. Which one is the constant term here? The value of c, which is -7, you move to the right hand side. It becomes x squared plus 4x is equal to 7. -7, move to the right hand side, become +7. And then you need to add the term coefficient of x over 2 power of 2 on the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation. So coefficient of x over 2, okay, also is the value of b over 2 power of 2. You need it to write it on the left hand side here and the right hand side here. So it becomes, okay, x plus 4x plus 4 over 2 power of 2 is equal to 7 plus 4 over 2 power of 2 on the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, the value of x, which is here, the value of x, okay, the value of x here, 4, the value of b is 4, so 4 divided by 2, power of 2 on the left hand side, and also add 4 over 2 power of 2 on the right hand side. So solve it, become x squared plus 4x plus 2 power of 2. Okay, you just solve in the bracket, so you don't have to leave the answer as 4. So this is easier for you to do the next step. So leave it as 2 power of 2 is equal to 7 plus 2 power of 2 here. Okay, next you need to factorize this equation into brackets, in bracket form. So how to factorize this? So you can see that this is x squared plus 4x plus 2 power of 2. So here x square plus 2ax, which is 4a is the value of 2, 2x plus a square. A here is the value of 2. So it becomes x plus a power of 2. So that's how we get x plus 2 power of 2. And the right hand side, you just solve 7 plus 2 power of 2 is 4. You will get 11. So, and then you need to solve the value of x. Okay, please don't expand this bracket. Since if you expand, you will get the previous step. So you need to solve the value of x in the bracket here. So you need to remove a power of 2. How to remove it? You need to square root both sides. Square root both sides. So square root of 11. So square root of 11, actually you will get two answer, the positive answer and the negative answer. That's why you need to always write positive and negative of square root of the values, since you are going to get two solution later. Okay, and then solve this. Okay, how to solve this one? Okay, x is equal to square root of 11, the positive one, you minus with 2. So since we move positive 2 to the right hand side, or you can do negative 11, you must do, okay, negative 11 minus 2. So there are two answer here, and solve it, you will get x is equal to negative 5.317 or x is equal to 1.317. If I solve this one, square root of 11 minus 2, if I press the calculator, my final answer will be, I will get 1.31662479. Okay, so in at maths, so you need to leave your answer in at least 4 significant figure and 2 decimal place. So since I write, okay, I get on my calculator, I get the value of 1.31662479. So I just need to write it in 4 significant figure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, okay, you need to bundarkanlah jadi 1.3117. Okay, so the solution of equation x squared plus 4x minus 7 is equal to 0 are negative 5.317 and 1.317. So the answer of x that you get is actually the solution and the roots, or the roots. Okay, completing the square method. Continue with example 1. Solve the following equation by using the completing the square method. So this is the second quadratic equation. Negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, the solution. Okay, I write it here. So first step, you need to divide both sides, the left hand side and the right hand side, by negative 3, since that, so that the coefficient for x squared become 1. So negative, okay, negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. You need to divide it by negative 3. Okay, by negative 3. So if you negative 3 x squared divided by negative 3, it become x squared. 6x divided by negative 3, it become negative 2x. And then this one will become positive 1 over 3. 0 divided becomes 0. So next, what you need to do? You need to do similar like the first example. 1 over 3, the coefficient for the constancy. The constancy, you move to the right hand side, so become x squared minus 2x is equal to negative 1 over 3. And then what you need to do, add the coefficient of x over 2 power of 2. So what is the value of x here? Negative 2. So x squared minus 2x, you add with negative 2 divided by 2 power of 2 is equal to negative 1 over 3. You also add with negative 2 over 2 power of 2. So it become x squared minus 2x, this one, minus 1 square is equal to negative 1 over 3. And then this one become plus with negative 1 square. So it's just, I write it in bracket. Okay, plus with negative 1. Okay, and then you need to factorize this, the left hand side. So it become x minus 1 square is equal to, okay, so from the right hand side, I calculate it becomes 2 over 3. And then solve for the value of x. X minus 1 is equal to plus minus square root of 2 over 3. Okay, and then so solve this one. Okay, you press your calculator, you will get two value, which is x is equal to 0.1835 and x is equal to 1.8165. So this is the roots or the solution. Okay, you write it properly lah. The rest of the solution. Next, the formula method. So this is one of the easiest method to solve quadratic equation. You just put it into the formula. So the formula is given as, okay, x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, the formula is given, so you just need to substitute the value of b here. The value of b put into here, and then this is 4a multiply with a, multiply with the c, over divide by 2, a 2 times with a. Okay, we learn how to substitute the value into the formula. Okay, now we move to the formula method. So example number 2, solve the equation to x squared minus 2x minus 3 by using the formula. Since it is stated that you have to use the formula, so you need to do the solve the quadratic equation using the formula only. You cannot use completing the square, or you cannot use factorization. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, in your exam, the formula is given, so don't worry. So the solution. Okay, first you need to identify which one is A. Okay, which one is A, which one is B, and which one is C. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to negative 2, and C is equal to negative 3. Don't forget negative, the value of negative. And then next, okay, just substitute the value into the formula. Make sure you write it in bracket. So less mistake if you want to do the calculation. So x is equal to negative b is negative 2 plus minus square root of so on, divide by 2a. Okay, you will get in simplified form 2 plus minus square root of 28 over 4. And then how to solve this? There are two operations here. One is addition, 2 add with the square root of 28 divided by 4, and one is subtraction, 2 minus with square root of 28 divided by 4. So this one, you solve this one, you will get negative 0.823, and you solve this one, you will get 1.823. So this one actually is in 3 significant figure. I already tell you that you need to leave your answer in 4 significant figures. So if I press the calculator here, is actually negative 0.822 8756 and so on lah. So for significant figure, 0 is not include, so should 8.229. So the answer should be negative 0.8229, or this one is right, 1.823. Okay, so the solution or the roots are negative 0.229 and 1.823. Okay. Okay, since we already learned two method, which is completing the square method and using the formula. So please do some practice 2.1. Solve the quadratic equation using completing the square method, and then number 2, solve the formula, and then give your answer in 3 decimal place or in 4 significant figure. Okay, you can refer textbook page 38, and then you can check your answer here. So this is the answer. And then we move to the how to form quadratic equation from the given root. Okay, from the solution. Okay, refer textbook page 39 for further explanation on how to get this step. Okay, sum of root, SOR. Okay, SOR is equal to is okay, root, let's say root, we have the first root is let as alpha, and the second root will let as beta. So SOR is equal to negative b over a. Okay, negative b over a, you already know that quadratic equation is general form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so product of root POR is equal to alpha times beta is actually c divided by a. Okay, therefore the quadratic equation with root alpha and beta can be written as x squared minus SOR x. Okay, sum of root x plus with product of root POR is equal to 0. So this one you can refer to the general form here. Okay, x squared minus bx plus cx equal to 0. See, it become quadratic, general quadratic equation, but you need to find the SOR and POR here. Okay, forming quadratic equation from the given root. Example 3. Form a quadratic equation with the root 3 and negative 5. Okay, already given the value, the roots is alpha is equal to 3 and beta is negative 5. Okay, recall how to do that. So you need to do the equation x square is SOR x plus POR is equal to 0. Okay, so you need to add the roots alpha and beta. So if we add 3 and negative 5, we get negative 2. And product of root, okay, multiply alpha and beta, 3 times negative 5, we get negative 15. So just put this the value into this one. Thus the quadratic equation is x square minus SORx plus POR is equal to 0. So x square is actually alpha tambah beta plus beta, x plus alpha multiplied with beta equal to 0. So you will get x square minus negative 2. Negative 2 is the sum of root. Okay, plus with the product of root is actually negative 15 equal to 0. So this is the equation, quadratic equation, x square plus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. Okay, alternative method, you can start with this, since this is the solution 3 and negative 5, so put in the bracket x minus 3 equal multiply with x plus 5. Okay, since you move backward lah. So usually in calculator you will get like x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 5, right? So how to put in the bracket? So move to the left hand side. So x minus 3 and x plus 5 equal to 0. And then we expand the bracket, we will get x squared plus 2x minus 50 equal to 0. So this is the alternative method lah. But we learn how to do quadratic equation using this one, x square minus sum of root and product of root go to 0. Okay, still in forming quadratic equation. Example 4. If alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation, which is 2x square plus x is equal to 4, so you need to form a new quadratic equation with the following roots. This is the new root lah, alpha plus 3 and beta plus 3. Okay, recall that. Okay, sum of root is actually alpha plus beta is negative b over a. Okay, product of root is c over a. Okay, this come from the general form. Okay, so this, and then how to do the equation? X squared is minus sum of root SOR x plus with product of root POR is equal to 0. Okay, so the solution. So you need to do this quadratic equation in the question first before we move to the question A. Okay, this is not in general form. So if you want to do in general form, you need to move 4 to the left hand side. So it becomes 2x squared plus x minus 4 equal to 0, where the value of a is actually 2, value of b is 1, and the coefficient and the constancy is actually negative 4. And then you can refer here SOR and POR here. Alpha beta is negative b over a, and product of root is c over a. Okay, then you will get the value for alpha and beta. Alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Okay, so alpha plus beta is negative b over a, which is negative 1 over 2. And alpha beta is actually negative 2, c over a. Then we move to the first question. Alpha plus 3 and beta plus 3. How we want to do the quadratic equation? Okay, so first you need to find the sum of root. So since this is the root, the first one, and this is the second one, so in order to substitute into the general form for quadratic equation here, so you need to find the sum of root here. You cannot use this sum of root and this product of root, since this is SOR and product of root for this equation. Okay, for the alpha and beta, but now is alpha plus 3 and beta plus 3, so you need to calculate it again. So alpha plus 3 plus beta plus 3, okay, if you rearrange it, it becomes is actually alpha plus beta plus 6. Since you don't know what is the value for alpha and what is the value for beta, so that's why you need to kumpulkanlah alpha dengan beta tu and plus with 6. And then alpha per beta is actually negative 1 over 2. So negative 1 over 2 plus 6 is 11 over 2. And then you need to find the product of root. Product of root is alpha plus 3 and beta plus 3. Okay, alpha we multiply beta with alpha beta. Okay, alpha plus 3, you get 3 alpha. So here you will get here is actually you will get 3 alpha plus with 3 beta plus with 9. So this is alpha beta lah. So 3 alpha plus 3 beta, factorize it, become 3 in bracket alpha plus beta plus 9. Since we don't know what is the value for alpha and beta, so that's why we factorize it. We only know the value for alpha plus beta is 1 over 2, and the value for alpha beta is negative 2. Okay, so you just said that alpha beta is negative 2 plus 3, alpha plus beta is negative 1 over 2 plus 9. You will get 11 over 2. And then move the value into this equation lah. X squared minus sum of root plus product of root. So substitute it. So the equation become x squared minus 11 over 2x plus 11 over 2 equal to 0. So right, since I don't want leave it in fraction, so how to remove the fraction? You need to multiply with 2. All of it we multiply with 2, so it become 2x squared minus 11x plus 11 is equal to 0. Okay, we still continue with the example 4. Okay, by the second roots. Okay, if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, okay, with 2 alpha and 2 beta. So now the root is 2 alpha and 2 beta. Okay, I'll recall, just write it again. Okay, the solution. So this we already done in the previous slide. So the value for A, B, and C, and this is the value for alpha plus beta is actually -1/2, and alpha beta is actually -2. So remember this one. So first step, you need to find the sum of root for 2 alpha and 2 beta. Okay, 2 alpha plus 2 beta is actually, you factorize 2 alpha plus beta. So it becomes 2 multiplied with -1/2, you get -1. And then you find the product of root, become 4 alpha beta. Okay, 2 times 2b become 4ab. Okay, 4 times -2, you get -8. That's the quadratic equation with 2 alpha and 2 beta. You just move from based on this general form. X squared minus sum of root is -1. X minus product of root, okay, plus, okay, plus become -8 equal to 0. So plus, negative become plus. So x squared plus x minus 8 equal to 0. We continue with the example 4 using the same question but different root. So the root now is a square and b square. Just recall, sum of root is actually -b/a, product of root is actually c/a. Okay, this is the general form. So the solution, this is from this given question in the previous slide, a 2b1 and c -4. So this is the value for alpha and beta. Alpha plus beta is -1/2, alpha beta is -2. Okay, so as usual, find the sum of root for alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square is actually alpha plus beta square minus 2ab. Okay, so you need to remember this one. This one in factorization, you learn in lower form. If you don't, you cannot recall it. So you need to remember this one. Alpha square plus beta square is actually alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. Okay, is equal to alpha per beta is -1/2 minus 2 alpha beta is -2. Okay, you get 17/4. And then you find the product of root. Product of root of alpha beta square. Alpha beta square is actually alpha square plus times with beta square is alpha beta square. Then -2 square 4. Okay, this the quadratic equation is x squared minus 17/4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Since I don't want it to write it in fraction 4, so you need to, how to remove 4? You need to multiply all this one with 4. So it become 4x squared minus 17x plus 4 multiplied with 4 plus 16 equal to 0. Okay, and then you need to do this exercise. Form the quadratic equation which have the following root. You can refer the slide before. And then question number 3. Okay, like example just now. Okay, alpha plus 2, and then you multiply with 5a and 5 beta, and from the roots this one and this one, you can check your answer here. Okay, now we move to the second part of this subtopic, which is solving the quadratic inequalities. Just now, you learn how to solve the quadratic equation. There are 3 methods, which are, the first one is factorization, and then completing the square, and then lastly is using the formula. And for solving the quadratic inequalities, there are also 3 methods, which is the first one is graph sketching method, and number line method, and table method. Okay, if it is not stated, this is the easiest graph sketching method. You can use this one, but if it is stated that you have to use table, you need to do table. If it is not stated, I suggest you to stick with graph sketching method. Okay, solving the quadratic inequality. Okay, find the range values of x for the quadratic inequality to x minus 1, x plus 4 more than or equal to x plus 4 by using 3 methods. So I want to show you the first method, graph sketching method. Okay, graph sketching method. First, you need to solve this inequality. So you need to expand this. Okay, you need to expand it and then write it here. So you will get 2x squared plus 8x minus x minus 4 more than or equal to x plus 4. Okay, and then solve it. 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 more than or equal to x plus 4. X plus 4 move to the left hand side. You will get 2x squared plus 6x minus 8 more than or equal to 0. And then press the calculator. You will get this 2x. This you will get x is equal to negative 4 and x is equal to 1. So like I said, don't forget the factorization, which is x is equal to x plus 4 and x minus 1 more than 0. So you will get a 2 point here, which is x is equal to negative 4 and x is equal to 1. So this is the intersection between this in graph okay, with the x-axis. Okay, so how to do the graph? So since you already get the intersection point, so first quadratic graph, you need to remember that if the coefficient for A here is 2. If the coefficient A is positive, you will get a smile graph. If the coefficient for A is negative, you will get a not smile lah, masam, graph masam. So first, you need to draw the x-axis, and then since this is positive, so graph senyum. So this one is negative 4, and this one is 1. Okay, so there are 3 parts here. If this is a smile, so kita hanya akan consider parts yang cikgu tanda ni. So this one is the positive. Positive is outside the smile, and this is the negative part. Okay, and then this is the region that you should consider. Since and then you move back to the inequality. Here you see that this one this one you see that this one, the inequality is more than 0, right? So more than 0, so you should consider the graph is above the x-axis. So you have to consider this region, the positive one. Okay, so what is the range for this one? So you know that this one is negative 4, and this one is negative 5, and this one is negative 6. The value become smaller, right? So x is less than or equal to negative 4. And then if to the right hand side, this one is 1, 2, 3, and so on, and the value is more than 1, right? So so it acts more than 1. So these two range is your answer. Okay, since the range is determined above the x-axis, above since the inequality is more. If inequality is less, so you should consider the negative part. So negative part is here. Okay. So here, so your answer, if this is less, okay, your answer will be x is in between negative 4 and in between 1. Okay, there are 3 types of range. Your answer will be, so this is the first 2 range, and this is the second types lah, in between. Okay, we are still in example 5 using the same inequality, same question, but now we are focusing on the B. Okay, for number line method. For number line method, before that, you need to remember that your final answer for inequalities should be in 2 types. So whether the first one The first one is in x is less than a, or x is more than b, or the second types is x is in between a and b. If they are equal, you just put equal lah. Okay, and then you need to solve this inequality, but I already solved it, so I don't want to solve it again. So but to be simplified, so your answer will be x plus 4, x minus 1 more than or equal to 0, which is x is equal to negative 4 and x is equal to 1. So let's say negative 4 is your value for A and 1 is your value for B. Okay, so for number line, so first you draw a number line and then you divide it into 3 parts. Okay, so the first part is for this one, x is less than a. This one is x is in between a and also b. And lastly, for part x is more than b. So since a is negative 4, so x is less than negative 4. So our inequality there is equal. So x is less than or equal to negative 4 and less than or equal to 1. Sorry, 1 here, and x is more than or equal to, this one is 1, 1. Okay, our b is 1. And then you need to check, you need to do a test point. Okay, test any number which is less than negative 4. Let's say I pick negative 5. Okay, put it negative 5 into this inequality here. Okay, so put it here, so you will get your answer as 6. Okay, but I don't really mind what is the value. I just want to know whether your answer is positive or negative. So 6 is positive. And then pick any number between negative 4 and 1. Let's say I choose 0. So put 0 into this inequality. So you will get negative 1. Okay, so it is negative, right? Negative 1 is negative. And lastly, for x more than 1, let's say I choose 2. Okay, 2, put it here. 2 plus 4, 6. So 6 when you multiply with 1, you will get 6. So the value is positive. Since the inequality here is more than 0, so you will choose your sign, your region, the 3 parts here, which is the positive, these 2 here. So your answer should be here, x more less than 4 and x is equal more than 1. So this is lebih kemas lah, kamu boleh tengok ni, so dia refer kepada ni. So that's how I explain. So this is the how the number line should look like. So choose the positive region, since it is more, our inequality is more. Okay, so your final answer should be these 2. Okay, positive part. Hence, our range is x less than negative 4 or x more than or equal to 1. Okay, now we move to the last method, which is table method. So for table method, like before, so you need to remember that there are 2 possible range for your final answer, whether it is the first one, x is less than a and x is more than b, or the second one is x is in between a and b. So then, like usual, solve this inequality like in the previous slide. So your answer would be x plus 4 and x minus 1 more than or equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 4 and x is equal to 1. Okay, so you need to draw 3 rows and 3 columns for table method. 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 3 column, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 column actually. Okay, so this one for this first column you ignore. For the second column, you should write here x less than a, which is our a is -4. This is a and this is b. Okay, this one, this for second, for the third column, x is in between -4 and 1, and this one is the last part. Okay, the last column. And what we want to write here, okay, the second row. Okay, ignore the first row. So the second row, you write the first bracket here, which is x plus 4, and this one you write x minus 1, and lastly you combine it, x plus 4 and x minus 1 here. Okay, so like this one. Okay, so this is our range value of x. So I write it again, x less than or equal to -4. This one is in between, and this one is more. Okay, this is the first bracket, your answer. The second bracket, and this is the combination between the first and multiply with the first one and the second one. You get here. So let's see. You need, just like the number line method, you need to check any number. Okay, we want to know whether this is positive or negative value. Let's say x is you choose less than -4, which is -5. Okay, -5 you plus with 4, you will get negative value, right? Okay, let's say okay, in between -4 and 1, let's say 0. 0 plus 4, you will get positive value, right? Okay, this one, x more than 1. X more than 1, let's say I choose x more than 1. Okay, x more than 1, let's say I choose 2. Okay, 2, you substitute into here. 2 plus 4 is positive. Okay, here positive value. And then for x minus 1, let's say I choose any number less than -4, which is x is -5. -5 minus 1, you will get negative. Okay, let's say this one is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative. And let's say this is 2. 2 minus 1 is positive. Okay, so you don't have to put your value again here. You just since this one is multiplication between x plus 4 and x minus 1, right? So you just multiply these two. Negative with negative, you will get what? You will get positive, right? Okay, positive with negative, you will get negative. Positive, positive, you get positive. Since this inequality is actually more than, here, more than 0. Okay, if it more than 0, so you should take the positive sign here. So your inequality, your range of value is here. These two only. This is not. Okay, on the positive part of the table. Hence, the range is x is less than -4 or x is more than 1. Okay, this is the conclusion. To solve the quadratic inequalities, just like I told you before, if it's more than, so your answer, usually you get x is less than a or x is more than b. Okay, I'm not going to show you the for inequality less than, but for less than, you will get x is between a and b. Okay, so please do this exercise, question number 1 only, A until F, so you can check your answer here. Okay, so this is our conclusion. So in the beginning, we learn quadratic equation. Okay, the method of solving, there are 3 methods. First is factorization, but since we already learned in lower form, so we only focus on completing the square method. Okay, so what you really need to remember for completing the square, first you need to make sure that your coefficient for ax square, okay, a must be 1. Okay, if it's already 1, then you need to add, you move the constancy to the right hand side, right? And then next step, you need to add b over 2, coefficient of x divided by 2 on the left hand side and the right hand side. The step is similar for each question for completing the square, so you need to remember that. Okay, and second one is formula method. So formula is given. And lastly, you learn how to form the equation from the given root or the solution. Okay, you need to remember sum of root is actually negative b over a. Product of root is actually c over a. Okay, from the general form ax square, from the general form ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is applied for this one and also this one lah. Okay, so the quadratic equation is x squared minus sum of root x plus product of root equal to 0. And lastly, we learn on quadratic inequalities method of solving. There are 3. The first one is graph sketching method. This is the easiest, but if you feel like the second or the third one is easy, you can do. Okay, second one is number line method, and lastly, table method. Okay, for quadratic equation in the form of this one, x minus a, x minus b equal to 0, where a less than b. So if more than 0, so your range should be x less than a or x more than b. Or if your question is less than 0, and then your range, your final answer should be x is in between a and b. Okay, that's all from me for 2.1, solving quadratic equation and inequalities. Thank you. So in the next class, you are going to learn subtopic 2.2, types of roots of quadratic equation. That's all.